Now here's the part of the show we simply call In Case You Miss It. It's a chance for you to look back at the magic and the mystery of horse racing here in British Columbia from the Sport of Kings perspective. In case you missed it. Today on our In Case You Missed It segment, we're going to take you back a few years. We're going to visit one of the most entertaining and informative and most of all honest jockeys. That would be former rider here at Hastings Racecourse, Jake Barton. Jake is really upfront on how tough it is to be a jockey, which is why we're showing it to you again, in case you missed it.
Lots of times I'd like to be able to eat something, and I always call it I rent it, but it'd be nice to eat something.
You rent it?
I rent it. My food's just for rent, you know? In any job you have, you're gonna have things that you have to do that you don't I mean, there's gonna be benefits and things that you gotta do, you know, and that's just one that's been one for me. I've never been a little guy. I'm little out in the regular world, but in the jocks world, I'm big, you know, and that's funny to say looking at me, you know, but it's been something that I've dealt with my whole life, and you learn different techniques that helps you and suits your style better. Not everybody can do what I do to pull weight, but I can't do what everybody else does to pull weight. Everybody says, oh, you know, you go out and have a dinner and actually be able to keep it in you and go to sleep, you know, and wake up and feel what it's like to be full. I don't get that option. I don't get that luxury.
Is it something, you know you want to quit, but can you quit? Or are you trying this?
What, riding or flipping?
Flipping.
Well, everybody'd like to gain a little bit more weight, but on that side, if their horses, like I notice a few trainers saying, and I won't mention any names, but they say, well, a couple more pounds may break down their horses. And one of the best answers to that was Aaron Greider said, if your horses are within a couple of pounds of breaking down, we don't want to ride them anyway. You know, I mean, if that's what's going to cause a horse to break down, you got guys that are 150, 160 pounds working them in the morning. You know, you get back to England and them places, the jocks back there are quite a bit more size than what we are here. And so I don't think 2 or 3 pounds is going to break a horse down. The last time I had my body fat checked, I was like a 1% or something like that. I mean, so that's, you know, that's very hazardous. I mean, that's not healthy. I'm probably one of the biggest flippers that around. I mean, and I've never have hidden it, but that's what works for me, you know. And it's not nice. I mean, there's lots of times I'd like to be able to eat something, but it comes more of a habit than it does of a weight reduction thing. If you talk to a lot of guys that flip, you know, like I do, you realize it's just, a lot of times you do it just to do it, you know? And it gets into that habit, and it's very difficult to get out of. I love being back here, and because, like I said, some of my biggest highlights and my biggest memories of my career have been here at this track, but the 2 days a week, and I've only been back here a week, and I've noticed a drop, just, you know, in my weight, and just the attitude of everybody. Like, they'd like to have more. They'd like to have at least 1 more or 2 more days, because it helps everybody all around. It helps the people that are running the horses, the owners. It helps the jocks like myself that have a weight trouble, and even guys that don't have a weight problem. It gives them something else to do during the week.
They're talking about more races. There's more races on a 2-day week.
That's not the answer to me at all, because not only that, you got a guy like myself where I only want to ride 4 or 5, you know, 6 races at the most anymore, and you put that in a 5-day week or a 4-day week, well, now you're